Good evening and welcome to the Planning Commission meeting this November 20th, 2018. We have a full quorum of planning commissioners in attendance this evening, and we welcome public and applicants and staff and those viewing live online. The first item on our agenda this evening is approval of minutes from November 6, 2018 on the consent calendar, if anyone would like to take action on that. Commissioner Quinney.
Yes, I move that we approve the minutes as contained in the packet.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. A motion by Commissioner Quinney and a second by Commissioner Green. Any discussion to the motion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
I'll abstain as I was not present.
Thank you, Commissioner Hanson. The vote is 6-1 in favor of approval of the minutes with Commissioner Hanson abstaining. 6-0, with Commissioner Hanson abstaining. Our first public hearing this evening is Ideal Auto Renovation, 9285 South Holly Park Road, conditional use permit for auto body use in the Drinking Water Source Protection Overlay Zone in an M1 zone. Britton Nickel is the applicant. Here this evening, please feel welcome to come forward and present your application. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Mr. Page, you have this item for the city this evening?
Yes, thank you, Chair. The proposed use of auto renovation is a conditional use in this overlay zone, which is the drinking water wellhead protection area. It's out on the Holly Park Road, which is about 5600 west and Dannon Way. Here's an aerial view of the area. And this is more detailed aerial view. And then this is the property in relationship to the protection zones of the wellhead. Staff has reviewed the application and finds that the application is substantially mitigating any possible negative impacts or reasonable impacts to the wellhead protection zone. So with the application before us, as displayed by the applicant, staff recommends approval.
Great, thank you. Any questions for Mr. Page this evening? Seeing none, we'll open this up to public comment. If anyone would like to speak on this item, please feel welcome to come forward at this time. Seeing no comment, we'll close that section and discuss among the Planning Commission. Commissioner Quinney.
Doesn't look like anybody has anything to say. So I'm going to go ahead and make a motion on this. I move that the Planning Commission approve a conditional use permit for Ideal Auto Renovations, 9285 South, 5600 West, to operate a commercial auto body and minor mechanical vehicle repairs facility within the Protection Zone 2 of the Drinking Water Source Protection Overlay Zone, subject to the conditions listed on page 2 of the staff report.
Commissioner Hanson.
I'll second that.
A motion by Commissioner Quinney and a second by Commissioner Hanson. Is there any discussion to the motion? Seeing none, let's please vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you for doing business in West Jordan. Best wishes to you. Our final item this evening, item number 3 on the agenda. Oh, the things you can think when you think about storage, right? So, 50, okay, come on.
Who's getting humorous next year?
5701 West, 7800 South, rezone 1.641 acres from SC2 Community Shopping Center Zone to M1 Light Manufacturing Zone. Think Storage, LLC, Warren Kirk is the applicant. Here this evening, sir? Please feel welcome to come forward. If you could please mention your name for the record.
My name is Paul Stringham, and I'm rather losing my voice. It's laryngitis. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm good with my kids. I'm not abusing anybody. It's just my voice. And Warren is not here tonight. He is out of town. So I am a partner of Warren's. This is a project I believe we brought before the commission and the city council in the past. We are very excited about this project, and we're almost at the finishing stage now of wanting to construct in the spring. The purpose of tonight is to rezone this 1.3 acres. We initially, for a little history, and Larry could do a better job than I, we initially had zoned this commercial in hopes that we could get a right-in and right-out approach in onto this piece. But it was recommended and suggested from staff that we not do that. They felt like it was too close to Mountain View Corridor. So in light of that, with the poor access and with all the commercial that we at Peterson Development have in this area, we just don't feel comfortable constructing retail commercial there in that spot. So we'd like to enlarge the storage project just a little bit more in this 1.6 acres and zone it to an industrial use. I assure you, promise you, Scout's word, that this is going to be a very nice looking project. We have one in South Jordan, and we receive compliments all the time right next to Costco from neighbors and so forth. And we want to serve the community and be part of your community. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we get across your heart as well?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can.
Thank you, Mr. Stringham.
Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Stringham this evening? Great, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Gardner, you have this item for the city?
I think Paul covered it very well, and you know, the right in, right out, as he stated, was the primary driver for the commercial. You know, and as a property owner, I'm sure that they would rather have the commercial property values than the use for storage units. However, that's not to be, and using retail, if you can look on the map, it would be basically across the street from where the Copper Rim development's going in, so it's almost 700 feet right next to that power substation, and so it'd be a really long traverse back to that commercial site, and they're generally not very successful when they don't have access that's close. People just tend to ignore them, and so, and I have visited the Think storage project in South Jordan, and it does have very good street appearance. They take pride in what they build, and I have full confidence that they will do the same thing here. And so with that, staff recommends that the Planning Commission forward a positive recommendation to the council.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. Questions for staff, commencing with Commissioner Luthi.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm looking at the concept plan, Exhibit C. Can we get that pulled up at the same time as maybe one of these? Just so that I can kind of see them together. Is that possible to do? Or is it only one or the other? Okay, so my question is, as you can see that it looks like there is showing an entrance getting onto 78th right there. Isn't that still within this little, I mean, where is this entrance right here that you can see right on that top right of corner in comparison to that other map?
That's actually right next to the substation, so that is about 650 to 700 feet from the Mountain View corridor.
So if you go back to the other map then, it's right where, right the edge of that line right there?
Hold on, I'm getting this turned on.
You have a, yeah.
See where Copper Rim lines up?
Right.
Right there. And so they were initially hoping to get a right in, right out about right here. But now they're pushed clear back to this point. They would have to come back like this.
And we're worried that that's too far away? The whole time you were talking, I thought you meant that it was back to this actual roundabout area, not,
No.
That's where I was thinking that you were talking physically, that they had to get access from there. That just doesn't seem like that's really that much farther.
No. It's about 700 feet, so.
How far, do you know how far away that is from where the entrance is to where the actual property line would be?
Property line is right here.
But I mean the property of the sight line, I guess I should say. The red line that you've got outlined for the site, about the distance from the edge of the sight line to the edge of where they could actually have an entrance.
I don't know, I'd be guessing. I don't know what it is. Maybe 100 feet.
Okay.
Commissioner Quinney.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm just looking at the South Jordan one, and it reminded me when you came last time. Are we gonna have RV parking in this one as well? Is that the plan? Okay, but it's gonna be all screened off. I mean, it's gonna look nice. We're not gonna be able to see the RVs. Okay.
Right, and so then the topography would be okay, 'cause sometimes you have the fence and then it doesn't cover, but everything should be fine out there. Thank you. Any other questions for staff? Seeing none, we'll go to the public comment section. If anyone would like to speak on this item, please feel welcome to come forward. And we'll close the public comment section, bring it back to the Planning Commission. Commissioner Green.
I move that we make a positive recommendation. I don't have the exact wording, but I move that we make a positive recommendation on this, on the rezone as outlined in the staff packet.
Is that good enough, Mr. Murray?
It is.
Thank you. Commissioner Quinney.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Green and a second by Commissioner Quinney. Any discussion to the motion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you for doing business in West Jordan. And just a comment on the South Jordan location that's on Bangerter Highway. One night, my family and I were driving down and the neon sign was burnt out on the STO. So it was Think Rage. And I don't know if that's the right image for the, road rage, so I might want to check out the light bulbs sometime. But we're grateful that you're in West Jordan. Thank you very much. So. That's right. Any other business? Commissioner Hanson.
May I take a personal moment, please? There's a fireman, not in uniform, that was very helpful to me during my illness and actually had to take me on the gurney to the hospital. And I want to thank him publicly. So,
Thank you for your service. Thank you, officer. I'm back. Appreciate it. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Best wishes with family and friends. Be safe. Any other business? Commissioner Quinney.
I move to adjourn.
We stand adjourned until December 4th.